What's going on, YouTube tribe? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some more Dax. I told you all that I wanted to dive into Dax discography, so here we are with Depression. I think we've covered up until this point 3 tracks from Dax. We know that he's extremely passionate about what he puts out, and that's like audio and visually. He's extremely cinematic when it comes to his music videos, and also you can hear in the actual track itself all the emotion that goes into it. So I think that's what people appreciate from him the most. With all that being said, listen, if y'all are new to the channel, consider joining the tribe by hitting that subscribe button, drop a like and a comment down below. Also help me out to see what we should check out from Dax next. With all that being said, let's get to this reaction. This is what I mean. This is almost like a movie. Like we're literally watching like the beginning of a new Netflix series show. That's kind of what it feels like, right?
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain.
Now, this is the second time that we've heard a slower pace of Dax. With the last one that we did, I can't even remember. Oh, Dear Alcohol. He had this type of flow. Is this something that he usually does? I thought he was just like a straight like bar rapper. But you know what? Now thinking back to it, that Dear God track that we reacted to on the stream was kind of slow too. He has a little country vibe in his like delivery. Let me know if y'all agree with that, but that's the way that's what I take from it.
Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times. Wish I could get those back. I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks. I'm not ready to erase all my memories.
That's really how you know you're going through a rough time, when you try to like deliberately think of past good times. It's usually because right now this moment isn't the best. So you're like, okay, let me backtrack here, right? I think that's also just a phenomenon that's unfortunate. I think that a lot of people over romanticize the past. I've spoken so many times about this, but it's not the best thing to do. I think it's best to live in the moment and also prepare for the future instead of just, you know, over romanticizing the past. Anyways, I don't want to get in my soapbox. Let's continue.
I fight depression and I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone.
So what are the cameras here? Are the cameras just maybe how he feels like people are always watching him? Is that like a looming feeling he has? And also he says the alcohol fills the empty spots in my heart and my home, right? Like they're literally on the floor filling up the empty space, but I have this, you know, this gap in my heart that I'm trying to fill with the alcohol. That's dope.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. These thoughts are draining all my energy. I try to tell them the God, they said I'm going insane, and then they recommended therapy. And I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connected.
You know, we were actually having this conversation about therapy in the Discord, by the way. Link is in the description. And how it's helped a lot of the people that are in that Discord overcome a lot of the issues that they had And I have never heard of it in this perspective where people are telling me to go talk to therapists that are getting paid to tell me what I should do. Now, you always have to be careful when money's involved, because when money's involved, things can get very spicy, very conniving and evil. Well, so that's dope. He's offering a different perspective for me, because me personally, I've never undergone therapy, but I've only heard good things about it. But he's shedding a different light.
They recommended therapy, and I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain, so the happiness won't sustain. And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 eat a meal, and it'll numb how I feel. I can't find myself.
Oh, wow.
I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed off them away.
Oh, wow. So the world's looking, right? And you got the corporate side saying, yes, we got another one. We've captured another mind, a body where we can kind of just warp them in and have them do what we want. And then we have the people, the citizens that are actually care for others saying like, oh, we lost another one. Like, don't do it type. That's dope.
I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Should I drown all these thoughts, or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then they cut you so deep, and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are.
Right, that's a real thing, how you're looked upon as a weak individual, especially males, when they start to express their emotions, when they start to, open up to people. It's almost looked upon as, you're incompetent, you're weak, you're not capable of doing a male things or what men should do, right? It's a tough thing, honestly. Like it's always an ongoing thing. Men struggle with that within themselves, but also society. There's like mixed emotions within. Some people think that men shouldn't be expressing their emotions, and then some people would say no. The suicide rate of men increasing is a clear indication that men should be more in tune with their emotions and be able to express that.
By the scars, we can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame, and you won't never.
People are trying to stop him.
You bottle the pain and live
He's
your
taking
life
control
in
of
the
his
dark.
life. Now he's taking control of his life again. People are trying to stop him. The corporate guy is upset, saying like, somebody stop him. We're about to lose this guy.
Tell by the scars, we can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame, and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the pain and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. With our God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith and you'll never be lost, and say, I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help. I think I might, but I pushed off.
So what I'm getting here, and I kind of want to predict, is why I paused it, is that he's about to take on the burdens that he's needed to handle a long time ago. He didn't need the therapy. He didn't need the drugs. What he really needed to do was address the dragon and him going to this storm, right? This ocean that's a hailstorm that he is willing now to take on because he has no other choice, and he realized he should have done it a long time ago. That's what my prediction is.
I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days.
Oh, it was all a Matrix. Wow. Okay. So that kind of just wraps everything together. He was basically he found out that he was living in a matrix at the end, and he just kind of finds out by tearing the fake blue sky that's in the background. Dope. I think that this is another track of his that a lot of people can relate to. I think depression lives in everybody, and people handle it different ways. And some people might deal with it more prominently and more prevalently, and some people might handle it very well, and it might not be a big factor in their lives. But regardless, I feel like it is in everybody, and this is a great way to show a different perspective to people. Dope track. Listen, let me know what y'all think about this track in the comments below. Let me know what other track we should check out from Dax. With all that being said, if you appreciated the video, if you got anything from it, consider joining the tribe by hitting subscribe, and check us out on tomorrow's video because we upload every single day. Peace.